It's Thursday, December 23rd, and the time for your Barbados Today morning news update. Taxi drivers at the Grancy Adams International Airport are growing tired of broken promises of an increase in the government-regulated fee structure that has remained unchanged for more than a decade. With fuel prices and the overall cost of living rapidly increasing, taxi operators who say they sometimes earn less than $100 on a given day are seeking a 30% hike in rates. They said three of this country's last tourism ministers had promised to address the problem ever since they negotiated an adjustment in 2008 with then Minister Glenn Clark. However, a senior tourism official said that no discussions were planned with the drivers and they were unaware of any immediate challenges affecting them. Tourism officials in Barbados are hoping for the best but bracing for the worst as the latest COVID-19 variant runs rampant in many of this country's main tourism markets. Minister of Tourism and International Transport, Senator Lisa Cummins, is however expressing confidence in public health protocols that allow most vaccinated travelers to enter the country. While declaring that for previous run-ins with variants of concern provide a solid foundation for the national response, she admitted that new policies in other countries could hamper the reboot of the bread and butter industry. The Pan American Health Organization says COVID-19 cases increased by 16% over the last week in the Caribbean. It said Trinidad and Tobago continues to report an increase in cases, and while Barbados and the Cayman Islands have reported large numbers of cases, these are now decreasing. The International Health Organization also noted that the Omicron variant of the COVID-19 virus continues to spread and has now been reported in 19 countries and territories in the Americas, including Bermuda, Cayman Islands, Guadeloupe, Saint Martin, and Trinidad and Tobago. It has therefore continued to recommend vaccination and public health measures to reduce the risk of exposure to COVID-19 and halt the transmission of the virus.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, my name is Christian Paul. I'm the country manager of BCIC here in Barbados. When the COVID vaccine first came out, I thought it was an interesting and a potentially successful way for us to navigate our way out of the pandemic and a return to some state of normalcy. I took the vaccine because I have a young family. I want to make sure that they are safe and protected. I have friends, extended family, and obviously I work here with colleagues, so I thought it was a good way to help protect them and to keep them safe, as well as myself. I would encourage others to take the vaccine because I know that you can still transmit the disease even if you're vaccinated, but the chances of being severely ill or worse, dying, are significantly reduced.
Let's roll up our sleeves and get back to living.
To news from the region, authorities in Grenada will be seeking assistance from Interpol and other law enforcement agencies as they continue investigations into the discovery of 7 bodies in a boat found drifting at sea. More in this report from GBN News.
Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin, addressing the media on Wednesday, said the Royal Grenada Police Force will be seeking the assistance of international security agencies to assist with the investigation into the drifting vessel found earlier this month with the 7 bodies on board, 2 of whom are believed to be teenagers.
To date, from the preliminary digital forensic analysis that has occurred with devices that we retrieved from the vessel, we are led to believe that this incident may have been associated with a human trafficking or human smuggling incident that went horribly wrong. This matter requires international collaboration, and therefore we will be seeking the assistance of the Interpol and other law enforcement agencies to support our investigation into this matter.
Officers assigned to the Northern Division responded to the report of the drifting vessel in the vicinity of Gunpoint, Carriacou on December 13th. The boat, which was retrieved and towed to Havre Vale by the Grenada Coast Guard, was later transferred to mainland Grenada.
And finally, no country can boost its way out of the COVID-19 pandemic. So warned the Director General of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. He said that the rush by countries to roll out additional COVID vaccine doses is deepening the inequity in access to vaccines and prolonging the pandemic.
About 20% of all vaccine doses administered every day are currently being given as boosters or additional doses. Blanket booster programs are likely to prolong the pandemic rather than ending it by diverting supply to countries that already have high levels of vaccination coverage, giving the virus more opportunity to spread and mutate. It's important to remember that the vast majority of hospitalizations and deaths are in unvaccinated people, not unboosted people. And we must be very clear that the vaccines we have remain effective against both the Delta and Omicron variants. The global priority must be to support all countries to reach the 40% target as quickly as possible and the 70% target by the middle of this year. No country can boost its way out of the pandemic.
That's news. But for the very latest, visit us at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.